Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. So this video is going to be configuring NAT in a Cisco IOS environment. Go ahead and switch over. All right, so what is NAT? Well, NAT is a way to translate IP addresses. And if you're coming from one subnet to another subnet, does it know how to communicate with each other? How can it translate? So let's go ahead and take a quick look at this, and I'll use the router to demonstrate this. This is actually a pretty good demonstration for this. So I'm going to try and ping google.com, and it works successfully. But what if I check my interfaces? So show IP interface brief. Oops. Show IP interface brief. So that's probably using my 172.16.5 one. So right here is my upstream device. It's going up to the router in the building. And so that's probably how that's going out. But what if I source it from this one or any of these? Do you think that will work? So let's in google.com. We're going to source it from, well, we could type in the interface or type 10.0.0.1. And I'm seeing that this is going to fail. And I knew this was going to fail initially because it doesn't know how to translate it. Like it's going, okay, well, this is 170, you're on the 172 network, and this is a 10 network. They're not the same network, kind of thing. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and go ahead and get into our NAT configuration. So the first thing I like to do is configure my access list first. So IP access list. You can use a standard list. You need to use your help menu. I like to name mine. Just a side note, make sure you stick with your case sensitive so you know what it is. Typically, I set mine to all capitals because it's easier for me to glance at and see that that's what it is. So I'm just going to create that as NAT. So the next thing I'm going to do is go and look at the interfaces and tell it which one's inside and which one's outside. It'll make a little more sense when we actually get into the NAT itself. So if we go ahead and look back up here, best Ethernet 00 is my outside one. This one's my inside one. It's coming in. It's from my internal. So I'm going to go and interface FA0/0 IP NAT out. That's my outside interface. Now, this will make you freak out, especially if you're doing it in a production environment. And it hangs like that. Anytime you make any change in a production environment and you have some delay, will definitely make you concerned. So that works successfully. So let's come back up here and go to the inside interface, IP NAT in. And that one is a lot faster, as you've seen. So what is this inside-outside thing we're talking about? Let me go ahead and show you. So IP NAT, and if we look at this, we'll see this inside and this outside thing. And then obviously we'll have a bunch of other stuff in here. But where is the traffic originating from? Are you doing it from inside your network going out? Or are you trying to control the traffic on the other side of the network that's out and then change it to something else? That's how you have to look at this. So if we go ahead and look at this, we're going to go ahead and do some inside translations. And then we can look at this. Are we doing destination address translations? No. We're doing source NAT. So we look at this again and go, okay, well, what are we natting? And we could do a static NAT. That sounds kind of painful. Okay, well, we have a list we created of subnets, and we named it NAT. Now, here is where do you want the traffic to go? Out an interface or a pool? If you have a pool, maybe you have quite a few IP addresses that it can just use, kind of thing. I'm going to do interface FA0/0 And right here, you'll see the keyword overload. This keyword right here, overload. This right here is the most common missed thing when you're setting this up. If you don't have this on, you're doing one-to-one natting. If you have it on, you're doing port address translation. So it uses different port numbers to translate and allow you to have more communications going on simultaneously. So once you hit enter on this, it doesn't look like it did anything, right? Well, it did. Let's go ahead and check it out and go back down here and try and do that same test we did earlier. So ping google.com. Hey, look, we can still do it. Good. So at least that works. But what about that 10 network that we tried to ping earlier? It's still pinging. But when we tried to source it from that one earlier, IP interface brief, and we was trying to ping from that 10.0.0.1 to Google. So traffic that was on that network, maybe that's a VLAN, maybe that's a physical one like it is now, maybe it's a loopback, it could be anything. But maybe I want it to be able to reach out. So I sourced it now, and you can source it and by the interface if you want. I like to do it by IP address, just personal preference there. So if I try to ping from 10.0.0.1 to Google, why is it not working? Does anybody know? Let's do some troubleshooting. So let's show IP. Oops. List NAT. So looking at our IP access list NAT, the standard IP access list NAT, we didn't put anything in there. We created it, but we didn't put anything in there. So interface, oops, IP access list standard NAT. We got here and created it, but we forgot to configure it. So let's go ahead and do it. So we're going to permit. What are we permitting? Let's do 10.0.0.0 wildcard bits. Those ones always confused me when I first started studying this. It's look at it as the opposite of a subnet mask and made my life a little bit easier. So I care, I care, I care, I don't care. We're not going to log it. And so let's double check, make sure we see that our permit statement's now in there. Should we be able to ping now? Yes, it is now able to communicate, and successfully. If you show IP NAT translations, you can see the actual traffic that it's been sending. So we can see from the inside network, it sent using port 5, port 6, and port 7, and it sent those over to our .10 gateway as the same ports. Now, if there's other traffic going on that might already be using them, this ports might be different, but this is a lab environment, so it's kind of a static. Now, where we was talking about earlier, we have outside traffic. This is where you would look at your outside traffic NAT as well. So maybe you have to NAT across the tunnel because somebody has a different subnet, or there's a million different reasons why you would use that. I'm not going to cover it in this video, but that's pretty much what that is for. But now you can see that real world troubleshooting, see what's going on. One of the things that could have also helped, so maybe I forgot the name of that access list. Show IP NAT statistics. So my access list name is NAT. Maybe I typed in lowercase when I was applying it. That probably would make a big difference. Or where I forgot to put in that subnet that I'm actually wanting to translate. So we can also see whether we've actually applied it to the actual interfaces as planned. You can add multiple interfaces on your inside. I'm honestly not sure if you can add multiple apps, but I haven't done that recently. But as you can see, it is working successfully. All right, everybody. Well, I appreciate you joining me, and thank you for everything. If you liked what you've seen, please click the like, subscribe, smash that subscribe button, whatever they say nowadays. I don't know what they say. People don't ask me what they say. Probably a good thing. All right, but if you think I can improve in any way, or you want to see some different content, or have questions, like I said, feel free to drop it in. Appreciate anything. Thanks. Have a good one.